President at United Federal Credit Union in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Noel will be presenting his 3 keys to the future of the movement project. Let's hear it for Noel. There you go. You are off to the races.
I can tell you I'm honored and I'm very excited to be here today. I'm honored to be with the other 4 contestants for this competition. I've heard some great things, some great motivation from my CEO, from Stacy, my boss, and I'm just excited to be here. But I'm really excited to tell you about 3 components that really have taken my credit union to the next level. And I don't mean just a little bit, I mean a lot. It's amazing what's going on. How many of you guys have watched the Kansas City Royals and the World Series the past 2 weeks? Raise your hands. It was pretty inspirational. Brandon Michaels, Dennis Pierce, I know you're from Kansas City. Go ahead, raise your hands. It's exciting. But I want to focus on just one moment, and I want you to visualize it. It was Game 7, the defining game of the World Series, and the Giants won. They deserved it. They earned it. But all of a sudden, in the crowd, you start hearing a chant, and it gets louder and louder and louder. Let's go Royals. Let's go Royals. Let's go Royals. I'm getting a little chills thinking about it. It was a proud moment for me. But how would you like your credit union, how would you like your fans, your members, your team to love and enjoy your credit union like the Royals fans did for the Royals? It was amazing. And I think we have an opportunity here to do that. Inspirational leadership is first. We've heard about it, we've listened to it, but inspirational leadership is about bringing the team together. It's about understanding what your strategy is, getting out of your comfort zone, and having the team work together. At our credit union, we understand the why and the how we have to get to places. We understand we have to get out of our comfort zone. We have to take that leap of faith. By taking that leap of faith, 66% of our team in the Arkansas market has been promoted. Did this cost us some money? Absolutely. Would I do it again? Double absolutely. Why? I've heard this consistently throughout the day. We are now one of the top 12 best places to work in Arkansas. Guarantee you next year we're going to be number 1. Mentorship, you have your leadership. Well, now you got to do some mentorship. You got to mentor. You got to bring the crowd up. You got to talk about that. Mentorship starts from the leader, but it also starts from an entry-level position, because those entry-level employees teach me a lot too. They've taught me how much to grow. I can tell you right now, my boss has taught me a lot to grow as well. You have to do it inside the credit union and outside the credit union, in the league, with other trades. That's what we're doing here right now. You're always talking to people. Our philosophy is people helping people. Well, so don't just work in your credit union, work outside of it. That's what's great about us. You got to take that light bulb, or they'll give you that light bulb. You got to turn it, give them an idea, and run with it. Over half of those 66% that were promoted recently, half of them, again, were young professionals. But that's not where it stops. Those young professionals are working with our seasoned team. Our young professionals are talking about technology. Our seasoned team's talking about the way it used to be done. But you know what? It's about collaboration, people helping people. Let's be real here. It's all about people helping people. That's why we're growing so much. And finally, advocacy. That's what I'm up here for. I love advocating about the credit union. I love talking about United Federal Credit Union. I love talking about the credit union industry as a whole. You have to tell the story. Be proud of it. You have to promote your successes. We are humble people in here. I know we are. We don't like to talk about what we do. We think that's what we do because that's what we do. We have to talk about it. I know we do some marketing, but we need to talk to the politicians, our chamber, our other members, and talk about those success stories. I think that's a big deal. And then get involved in the community. Yes, we give them some checks and say, here you go, but you got to put your boots on and work in there. You got to be in that community. You got to be heavily involved. You got to raise your voices. Lift up your arms and tell you what you do. We are a credit union of people helping people. Here's some exciting news. First, let me tell you the bad news. 54% of credit unions have lost membership this year alone. But by being an advocate, by being an inspirational leader, and by mentoring, in our market, and we're a large market, our membership has grown 9.94% year to date. That's through September. In October, it's going to be a lot more. We had a great month. 9.94%. I know some of you guys have had growth as well, but 9.94%. So take a look at the slides. You're about ready to see something. Our assets, loan balances, not just production, but balances, 23.7% year-to-date balance sheet growth. We are advocates. We are people helping people. I'm proud of this. Our managers know we have to work on balances. Our team knows that they have to do production. We're not letting people walk out the door. I'm proud that I work at United Federal Credit Union. I'm proud I work in the credit union industry. Inspirational, leadership, mentorship, and advocacy. 3 components that will take you to the next level. And remember, we're America's choice. We're their financial partner. Be royal, be inspired, be united. Thank you.
Great advice, Noel. All right, let's start with Kent.
Why do you think the fans of the Kansas City Royals chanted even though their cause was lost?
Inspiration. I've never seen a team, a city, and there's some people out here who can talk about it, that rallied around this group. It revitalized that whole city, the state, and the Royals nation. You could see them playing their hearts out. They were consistent, and they did what they did, and they did it for the fans. They didn't just celebrate with themselves. After the games, they would go celebrate with the team. And you could read stories upon stories about it. It was just so inspirational. It's everybody coming together. At our credit union, we don't just celebrate as a team, we celebrate with all our members, and I hope you guys do the same. Thank you.
Dave, do you have a question for Noel?
Yeah, Noel, great job. Well
Appreciate
done. In a quick story, give me an example of how your culture is given to new employees. How do you tell your story?
We have a great team across the markets at United Federal Credit Union, but one of the first things I did is, as a new employee comes in, we have a lot of marketing material, shirts, coats, hats, chairs, but I gave that to the employees to first of all say, welcome to United. You're not coming and you're leaving, you're here. Then what I do for the first 6 months, it's really training. Our HR department is great, but with that training, I let them come with me. It doesn't matter what level they are, we all work together. They understand, a teller understands what a member service advisor does. A member service advisor understands what the management group does. We all understand what our partners do. It's a transparent company. And you're not set in that role. You have to get out of your comfort zone and work together. And that's what we've done.
Dee Dee.
Thank you. Thanks, Noel. You mentioned 3 things: inspirational leadership, mentorship, and advocacy. And our speaker this morning, Tom Flick, talked about falsely urgent weeks. So the question I have for you is, what's one sustainable practice that you have in your program around leadership, mentorship, and advocacy?
Perfect. I'm very consistent. I just talked about consistency. It's consistency and follow-up. I can tell somebody what to do. I can show somebody what to do. But it's me letting them do their position and growing with it. And when you're asking about a sense of urgency, we're not urgent, as in we don't say we have to get this done. We're a month ahead. We're 2 weeks ahead. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way so we can serve our members, so we can raise our heads high and we can advocate. And mentorship, it just fosters throughout our whole credit union. I am very lucky to be where I am at today. but it's really, it's the sense of urgency, we've taken it away because it's something we just do, and we follow up, and we follow up, and we follow up. We're consistent, we're inspired. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much, Noel. Great job.
Thank you.